tailgate down.
All right, guys, we're here with Ben Leclair. It's good to see him back in the motocross track. He's definitely been kind of a jack of all trades the last few years, and kind of, you know, taken on a few different motorcycle racing disciplines. We won't just call him a motocross racer anymore. He's done a little bit of everything, I'd say. So
yeah, a little bit of everything.
Yeah. Why don't you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, I raced motocross from a young age, and then my brother switched over to road racing. You know, my dad road raced when he was growing up and stuff like that. So my brother switched over, and then I had my last year on motocross, and it was like, all right, well, I guess if we're not motocross, we're road racing, you know what I mean? So I wanted to race something. So started road race for the last 2 years, and then last year in 2020, you know, just at the house riding a lot, felt really good on the bike, and my dad was like, let's go to Gopher, and I was like, all right. So that's kind of how we got back into motocross, was last year, and then, you know, just kind of over the off season working physically, not being able to get down south, but doing everything I can.
Awesome. Yeah, I mean, you looked really good out there today, and as we all noticed, you know, Jack and Billy and I, we all kind of noticed that there's definitely some crossover in your riding styles. Tell us a little bit more about what you think, you know, with your road racing, and is, you know, does your motocross background help your road racing and vice versa? Yeah,
I think so. Like, well, in road racing, my motocross background, just being aggressive, you know, like no one really brings that to the table in road racing, where everyone's kind of tippy-toeing around each other. You know, being aggressive, that definitely helped me. And then even in motocross, like, you know, learning in road racing, every second counts, every little bit of time counts, which I didn't really take into consideration while in 85s. So it's like, you know, I learned a lot last year, you know, putting that all into play, and yeah, it's a lot easier now.
Awesome. No, it definitely was noticeable. It, you know, especially through some of those tracks, a little bit hard packed
and
today.
Like lines and stuff, you know, just learning, like, you know, brakes to the apex, stuff like that, simple things, fundamentals.
Good. Well, I mean, it's definitely good to see that. Well,
yeah.
Like I was saying, we definitely noticed that with some of the hard packed corners and stuff. Your throttle control and you know, your lean angles and everything seems to really come from that road racing side, which you've learned the last couple of years. So you spent a couple of years away from motocross. I know that was where you started. You had some success in the road racing side of things. So why don't you tell us a little bit about that, and you know, you and your brother. Tell us, you know, you guys are kind of like the Haydens a little bit in the States too. You guys are going at it, so tell us a little bit more about that.
Yeah, I mean, well, I came to the road race track in 2018 and kind of just hopped on a 300, and, you know, Jake was at the top of his class at that point because he was kind of in that top 5 range his first year. So he was gunning for that championship, and I was just kind of riding my own year in 2018, you know, trying to keep it on 2 wheels, you know, have a consistent year for my first year. And then he ended up winning that championship in 2018. And then I went on to win it in 2019 along with the Yamaha award, so that was really good. And then he went to Master Camp, Valentino Rossi's house, for a week after all that.
Very, very cool.
So yeah, yeah, and then like I said, 2020 came around and road racing was all canceled. Like, they had shut down the regionals, the national, everything. And the only thing was open was Goldie's AMO rounds. So I hopped on a 125 and just started riding like every day, you know, and then felt good, and like I said, we showed up at Gopher, and, you know, we just felt really good on the bike, comfortable, fun.
Trying to just keep racing and keep, you know, any sort of time on any bike is good, I guess. So
yeah, definitely. Just
cool.
Competition in itself is really good.
So what's your plans for this year then, for 2021?
I think my plan is, you know, we're gonna do some AMO Goldie's, AMOs, and just, you know, work back into it. We're gonna do TransCan. I think 250 intermediate. So yeah, we're just really working hard, like trying to, you know, put the work in and try to get a podium at TransCan in intermediate.
Good to see. Yeah, that's good to see. That's yeah, I definitely think intermediate speed is going to be good for you. You're definitely, we were doing some lap times and you looked really, really good compared to Quinn.
Yeah, felt good.
So you know, tell us about some of your sponsors, some of the people helping you out. Has anyone came from that road racing side to help you out, or what's the scoop there?
Yeah, a few people have come over, but, you know, a lot of the sponsors just aren't the same. But we got Gen 7 Fuels, gas station, Yamaha helping us out a little bit, Blackstock Motorsports, EBC Brakes, Matrix Concepts, Supersonic School Shot Racing, Chewy Helmets, Rider's Choice, and that's it.
Cool. Well, excellent. He'd be one of the guys to look out for. Top, you know, he's shooting for a podium. I definitely think he's capable of that this year at the TransCan. So Ben Leclair, everyone.
All bets are off once you put the tailgate down.